That sounds like a fishing reel. And look, fishing reel detail.
It's got the fishing reel. We can reel it in here.
It looks like a fish scale too, right?
Yep. It's the fish on.
That's trick. A little piece of SOG history, right?
Yeah.
So is that still being made?
No, that one was 2007, 2008, and unfortunately it didn't do as well as we hoped it would.
It didn't survive.
It did not. It did not make the cut.
Oh, dang. It happens. I don't know. You going to bring it back?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Probably not.
I wonder if that knife is collectible.
Probably not.
That's Chris from SOG Knives. There's Nando from SOG Knives. We're up in Linwood, Washington, visiting with SOG.
Yes.
Talking knives off camera, and it just dawned on me as we're talking, we might as well just roll the camera.
Whole thing, yes.
Yeah, the whole thing. We've been in the office for half an hour just talking different stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
Talking sharp, pointy things.
Yeah. And this will be a great video for SOG knife fans to see behind the scenes of what goes into making a SOG knife, how it's thought of, how it's modified and improved as time goes on.
Yep.
And let's start off like you were talking about, Nando, this one right here.
Yeah, this is the blade light. It's got 6 LEDs, 3 on each side, fixed blade. I think we've got some things in the works that your fans will be excited about. Coming out, probably hitting the market in January or so.
Okay.
You know, we learned a lot from this knife. A few things that
Talk to us about that.
we want to do a
how about
little
size-wise?
You know, size, it's a little bit too big to be, you know, for what guys really are looking for in a knife that has lights in it. So as we look at, I think this is a great barbecue knife, right? If you're working the grill.
He said off camera it's great for stabbing steaks.
Yes.
You showed me this knife for the first time in our shot 2012.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And that 45-minute video we did.
Yeah, buddy. Guys were excited about that one.
I still get people recognizing me from that video.
Minor
Like, "You're that
internet
guy from
celebrity.
the-" I am
Welcome
a
to
very
my
small
world.
internet celebrity.
Hey, I think I know you. So a little too large on that one.
Little too large, yeah. Think smaller, easier to handle, easier to maneuver, and kind of get the work you're trying to get done.
Okay.
So we're really excited about what's coming out on this one.
That was intended as a hunting knife then?
Yeah, this was intended
all
as
around camp
kind of
slash hunting?
all around camp slash hunting knife.
Okay.
And you know, this is a pretty big knife to be walking around the campsite, using as a flashlight. You know, people think you're a kook if you're doing that.
Put the sheath on before you use it as a flashlight.
Oh yeah, sorry. You should put the sheath on before
There
you
you
walk
go.
around at night and trip on a,
Oh, yeah.
on a tent stake or something. But this is actually set up so the light shines through the sheath, and it works as a nice little flashlight.
Okay.
It's just awfully big.
And feedback from customers, they like the light integration or they think it's hokey or what?
We get mixed, but the guys that really understand what we were going after with the light integration really get it, and they're really jazzed on it.
It was about skinning. No
Skinning.
joke. Like you said, dawn or dusk, guys skinning the deer, elk out.
You're going to get your deer, elk, usually dawn or dusk time frame. If you get it at dawn, you're happy because you've got 10 hours of light to pack your animal out and do all your field prep. But if you shoot them at dusk, you're getting headlamps out and getting the lantern out, and you're cutting, and you got light coming from one direction, and you got a shadow on the other side of the blade. So with the lights on both sides of the blade, you eliminate those shadows.
So that was the impetus.
Yep.
Okay.
No shadows. It's beautiful light, and it just makes a huge difference. For the hunter.
You may see some evolution of this design coming forth.
Yes.
Watch the SOG homepage, which, by the way, Chris, rocks now.
Thanks.
That is a great redesign. Have I told you that on camera yet?
I don't think you have, no.
Yeah, because when we talk in 2012, I don't think it was up yet.
Nope, we launched it January of this year.
Yeah, it's really a nice website. You want to see how a knife website should be, how clean it is, and it presents the products, nice details, specifications. SOG website has it going on.
It was a painful 3 to 6 months to get that done.
It's a lot of work to do it, isn't it?
Yes, it was.
And a lot of money.
Oh, well, we won't talk about that.
Chris is awesome. We always enjoy visiting with him, and we have a history, you and I, and now Nando and I have a history.
Yeah.
So, and part of this new history is going to be showing you around this office. This is Nando's office here, by the way. And you might notice some competing knife designs there. All knife companies will do this. They'll look and see what the competition's doing.
Yeah, and it's nothing. It's not like we're stealing designs from anybody. It's just seeing what's out there, what they're doing, what we can do to find a niche or something that they miss that we might be able to slide in there and do something a little better or a little different. And that's kind of how we've gotten as far as we have with our designs, a lot of our designs, like the assisted designs, came that way. We saw the first assisted, which were all liner locks, and we were like, hey, let's find a better way to do that. That's a little more secure, and you're not using a liner lock inside where you have to put your hand inside the blade. So we come up with the piston lock, like this guy here. I pull this one here, our new flashback.
This is actually a pretty cool knife, guys.
It's got our new fastest opening spring on it. But the lock release is this little cam right here. You pull that back, close the blade.
Proprietary to SOG.
Yep, it's our design. So that's our flashback, and we'll compare that to...
Oh, you're picking up one of my favorites.
Your favorites,
of all
the Flash
time,
2.
brother.
You know, that one, still assisted, it opens up, it's great. It's just, this one's got, the flashback has a little bit more authority.
There's a stronger spring in there.
Yeah.
I've actuated them both, of course.
Yeah.
And we were talking off camera, and this is interesting. And Nando, you were saying this, like a non-knife person, when they grab an assisted knife, they'll actually do kind of this, or they'll drag their thumb along the side of the blade.
Yep.
And they were like, I don't get it. This isn't coming out very fast.
Look, they'll put their thumb down on the blade and then push up against the stud. And then they'll wonder, this one actually does really well. Some knives, if they don't have a spring action that brings it all the way through, it'll just sort of stop there. This knife, though...
That's got a nice one in it.
This knife just keeps going, right? So, but if you get one that doesn't have a real strong spring, they'll do that, and then it'll stop before it goes all the way out, or it'll be real slow. And
Right.
I don't get what's going on.
Yeah.
It took me a while to figure out what they were doing, how they were making it go slow.
We have cracked the code.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, real quick, knife check. What do you have on your person? It doesn't count what you pulled off the desk. Oh, Twitch wood.
Yeah. You have to excuse it's a little dirty. I was playing with the engraver on
It's
it.
got to be dirty. Nice. Oh, you're engraving on it?
Yeah, I was testing the engraver.
Nice. Okay, so that's your only knife?
That's the only knife I have on me right
All
now.
right, so you got something. Nando, you're up.
All right, well...
On your person, not off the table.
I
would laugh if you have nothing.
I had one that I carried in with me and I've been playing with on my desk all day. But the one that is the only one that is on my person
Oh, that's it.
is the key knife.
He's going to hear about this.
But he
Chris.
did have the other one in his pocket earlier.
I had this one in my pocket earlier, but I've been playing while I was on phone calls. I do a lot of this while I'm on phone calls.
Who doesn't?
You know, so
Nice.
So the fact that it was on my desk is, I know it's tough to say. It certainly wasn't in my pocket.
All right.
I'm covered with the key knife.
All right, and you do have a desk full of knives right here. This is what I'm carrying today. The Ace U TMP version of the Flash 1 Plain Edge. Flash 2, actually.
Yep.
Nice. Should I show them that other one I showed you earlier, or no?
Sure.
All right, so here we go. And then,
Little
of course,
history.
a Flash 1. Love that. Started all of TMP. You guys know that. And then here comes a knife. I don't know if you guys know. Ever seen that?
I have.
That is an Air SOG from the early 1990s. I've had it ever since they came out with it. I owned two at one time. I sold one through the web store to a TMPer. That is gimped by me, and then it has a loop over clip. And I'm talking to these guys to perhaps, just perhaps, bring it back.
Hopefully you have enough clout to do it.
Well, heck, I don't know. All I know is this knife rocks, and we were talking about grinds.
Yep.
You're like, hey, you love FFG, and I do.
Yeah,
like that right there. Love it, love it, love it. But it's not everything to me. This is a knife, great knife. Now, I took the grind on this back, and so now it has a really wicked edge on it. However, when you came out with this Air SOG, it was in AUS 6, which I generally don't prefer. You only did that for a while. And now
it was a few years,
Yeah, so now you're with AUS 8 cryoed.
Yep.
You bring this back, and TMPers, you let them know if you want to see this knife again. Black blade. Why don't we do blue handle?
I don't know.
Black blade, blue handle, jimped with a SOG loop over clip mounted just like that, and maybe an adjustable pivot point, because this one was pinned.
Yeah, it's pinned.
Which works.
Yellow handle. We got yellow handles.
Yellow's great too. Yellow's awesome, blue's awesome, and black is, very versatile.
Orange.
I love orange. All those colors. I like multicolor knives. We got a lot of black knives, right?
Yeah. There's
My
enough black knives in the world.
13-year-old swears by yellow.
Yeah, this is cool right here. Flash 2. What a great knife. Anyways, do it, don't do it. It's up to you guys, but I think it's cool. And it's super, super lightweight.
Yeah, it is.
Nando, you were like comparing against Aegis 1.
Yeah.
Or the mini Aegis.
Yeah. Yep.
So
the mini
weight-wise,
Aegis
they're
and the
about
mini
the same.
Trident, weight-wise, they're real similar.
Yeah. And that Air SOG about right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful knife. How are they selling, by the way, the Aegises?
Great. They're doing really well.
I don't think you're going to discontinue that knife anytime
Not anytime
soon.
soon. No. What are you just pulling knives off the desk now.
I'm making sure my flash. Hey,
I just look over.
There's a baby deer over there, Chris.
I look over and he's just
Jamming stuff into my pocket. I'm trying to get rid of the knives I have. I have too many, not my SOGs though. I'm so funny too. I just bought another Aegis. I love that knife so much.
That.
I just love that knife. It's an all-time Hall of Famer. Actually, a lot of what you have in your line is. It remains to be seen if this becomes an HOF knife, though.
I think it will.
You think it will? What surprised me about this one is that the flashback is that it's lighter than it looks.
Yeah, it is. It's a little heavier than the Flash 2, but not a whole lot.
4.2, I think, on that.
Something
right?
like and the Flash is 3. Flash 2 is like 3 ounces. Nice thing we did is we also redid the pocket clip.
That's a deep carry, and it will go over thick.
It fits
too,
nicely
right?
in your pocket.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's running what type of steel?
It's an AUS 8. AUS 8, cryogenic, heat treated as well.
And Nando, do you have that plain edge version?
Oh, sure.
Or not plain edge, but the clip
Drop
point.
Or
Just so you can see it does come in 2 styles here. I bet you guys really like this Tanto one.
Yeah.
A lot.
Can you grab the
I like
satin
both
Tanto?
of those blade. Both of them I like.
This one. There's.
And
There's
this
a
one's
satin
cool because
Tanto.
it's got flats, so you can
This one's-
resharpen it on a consistent
this
angle
one's-
sharpener like
that
an
one's
Edge Pro
sexy.
Apex.
Also got fingerprints all over it. But.
Sexy.
Oh, yeah, let's get rid of those fingerprints.
We don't care about that. I used to care about that. I don't know, circa 08. I don't care anymore.
There we go.
Use it as nice. Price point on those, Mr. Nando.
They're kind of high 90s, right around
Okay.
$100.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
kind of an upper end. Is it meant as a tactical blade or more of an EDC blade?
Either way, I mean, most of our tactical blades that work as EDC blades. That's sort of, our big thing. The best knife in the world is the knife you have on you. Everybody asks me, what's the best survival knife?
Yeah.
I guess that would be this
I
one.
need to skin an elk, Nando.
I
What
guess
you got?
it's going to be this one.
Oh man, he's never going to
Which
live
is
that
why
down.
you should carry
Your
something.
Facebook page is going to explode with Nando's choice of carry.
I hope
He
so.
knew I was coming too. Dude, you know I gear check you guys. It happens every time. Check out the jimping on this. It is perfection. And notice there's an indentation here so you can actually lock it in. Really nice. There maybe not a ton of traction because there's as you say, a stainless steel exoskeleton.
Yep. Exoskeleton.
I like that word. That's Chris's terminology on the exterior, I guess. But it actually has some really good traction on it when you lock it in.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Got some nice jimping on the inside of the handguard there too.
Yeah, that is excellent. Yeah, the Zytel's it's good traction.
Yeah.
Super light though for what it is. Slim Jim we talked about and shot 2012. I still love this knife.
Cool.
I hope your customers love this knife.
They seem to be.
It's selling good.
Yeah.
Good, because I think this one should survive.
It's staying in the line.
Well, occasionally
We're not discontinuing it.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Jimping, look how thin that thing is. And it is a stainless steel framed knife, but it weighs nothing. They've done everything in their power to make this as thin and light as possible.
Like 1.8 ounces or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean, this is an amazing EDC knife, and then their larger one, you could probably use it if you had to in a tactical roll. It's just a great knife. I love it. Great loop over, and it's affordable too, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the price, more or less?
That one's in the 60s and the bigger one's in the 70s.
Okay, so yeah, and that's good steel AUS 8.
Yep.
Cryode.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I want to pan across the desk. They have a variety of knives here.
Got some Band-Aids.
Speaking of which, all the cuts happen where?
They all happen in the office. Manufacturing people don't cut themselves. It's all office stuff.
We'll give you a quick tour out there on the floor as they're putting knives together. Oh, you guys are gun guys too?
Well,
Huh?
we're forced to be, yes.
Forced to be. Let me interpret what Chris meant to say. Yes, we are gun guys. We love guns. They're awesome.
I have nothing against guns.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
And how's the wood line? We talked about this off camera, and you classified it as what?
What did we say? It was a knife designed for hunters by people that don't hunt.
The wood line.
I think that about captures it.
So
Which-
we've learned from that one and done the Hunts Point series now. So
Okay, let's back up here for a sec, because people watching this very off-the-wall video probably think there's a team of engineers and there's a huge, conglomerate of people that go into making a knife. And actually, it's a lot of learning from what you've come out with before and what works and hearing back from your users. True or
past
false?
experiences. Yeah.
Okay,
True.
so let's go back to the wood line. and you hear what from users?
We hear it's a good knife. They
I like it,
they
by
the
the
handle
way.
of it, like the shape. It just seems to be a little big for some people. Getting in there, skinning people. Been doing some research after doing this one, talking to hunters. They're like, well, we like the knife. It's just a little too big. The upswept blade's a little weird sometimes. So we worked with them, and we're kind of looking at some other knives. They recommended a couple other knives, such as maybe that one.
That's a great knife. That's a KOA elk hunter, and over here is an Alpha Wolf. Those are Hall of Famers.
And so we looked, and we're like, what can we do? We can do a nice,
There you go.
nice drop point, big belly on there, full flat grind, and something a little more to scale for our hunting needs.
Yeah, you do have a smaller wood line, to be fair, and
Yes.
that one is probably the better Skinner choice. And I have sent both of those knives on hunting expeditions with
Right.
my hunting crew in TMP, and they liked them. The 8CR 13 held a good edge. I resharpened it, and it's wicked. But he did mention the blade was kind of long.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not disparaging saying those are bad knives, but for a hunting specific knife, we thought we could do better, and that's where we
Tell the guys the name of this one.
This
then.
is the Hunts Point.
Okay, and that is a relatively new knife.
Yeah, we introduced it at SHOT Show.
Okay, and the type of steel on that.
We have two versions. We have an AUS 8 version and a S30V. This one happens to be the AUS 8.
Okay.
Here's the S30V one. So here's one. They look exactly the same. It's just going to say this is a prototype, so it's got no marking. But that one, production, it says Hunts Point S30V on it.
Okay, and good jimping on it, right?
Yep.
And you're jimped on the bottom.
Yeah.
See, Knives of Alaska doesn't do that, so I did it myself.
Okay.
Along with some other modifications here and there. Nice, I like that one.
Then here's AUS 8 with the coal mold handle. So all the orange is rubber, give you good grip. Plus we have the jimping all around, and then you can choke up with the choil there right in front. So if you're getting in close and doing some
Taping.
finicky work, you've got nice control.
Nice, I like that knife right off. It looks very nice. That has a leather sheath, right?
Yes, it does. It does have a black leather sheath.
Cool. You got a couple of your tried and trues here, right?
Yep.
That's still being made, right?
Yep.
You're going to have to do the honors. Remind people how awesome that knife is. Tech Bowie. I think I reviewed that in 09. What a great knife that is.
Yeah.
So sick. There it is in satin. Oh, that's a Trident. Trident 2.0
Yep.
in satin.
Still on the line?
Are we going to look at some of Spencer's knives before we leave?
Yeah. We'll take you up and get some of Spencer's history on his SOG knife collection, the original SOG knives.
Excellent. I was going to ask you too. You guys still doing the autos, the SOG-TAC auto?
Yep.
Something like this, but not in camo.
Check that. Is that your coloration?
This is a one of a kind.
Look at that. Oh, now that you've shown it, you're going to have a demand. That is a great auto knife.
You've created a monster now.
That is awesome. Dude, this
So
knife is
that's
so
our Spec
freaking
Elite
light.
auto.
I love that. That's cool. Great jumping. I haven't seen this knife before. You guys are seriously seeing the first time I've ever held this knife. Yep. I'm filming and actually nice. Get ready for the Band-Aids. Nice.
Here, I've got
Are you guys coming out with this
our
or no?
insurance company gave us these Band-Aids.
got a first aid kit ready.
Excellent. Question TMPers are asking, is it level 1 plus, level 2? Which is it? I don't know. Let's see. Level 0.5, I'm thinking.
I don't know, we can go through it if you want, but
We'll spare the viewers. That might be a good segue to go out and show them the factory.
you want to go see the
Factory
lobby or
floor.
you want to go to the factory?
I mean, just this, where
This
you
right-
sell your
all
knives
right.
right there.
Yeah.
We'll go show these guys. By the way, this is their new packaging versus the old here at SOG. Quick look. This is like a mini spear that you can screw onto a broom handle. And you said it sells well too,
Yeah, it
right?
smells well, yeah. It's really popular.
Awesome. There's
Yeah.
a flashback there.
Yeah.
Blade light. Couple axes. The bat axe.
Machetes.
And then if you come up to Linwood, Washington, where we're at, obviously, you can actually come in and buy their knives.
Get the celebrity tour.
Oh, look at this. These are all signed publicity photos. Jean-Claude is there. Nick Cage is a SOG fan too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You guys have been in a lot of movies,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, we
a
have.
big movie brand.
Yeah.
The
We
SOG
try and
knives.
support that, and that's one of the cool things we do.
Are you trying to work and to get into upcoming movies? Do you have like an effort to do it? You hear a movie's coming out, maybe you'll contact them and say, hey, put a SOG knife in there?
Not
or
so much directly, but we do have.
Or they come to you?
Most of the time they come to us. We've
Yeah.
worked with a couple prop guys that are really big SOG fans, and they're like, "Hey, we got this movie coming up.
Yeah.
You know, what can we do?" Something.
Excellent.
So those are from different police units, military units that have either stopped in or bought knives from us.
We have those factors too. Yeah.
There's a lot of local ones. There's international ones.
Setting up here for you, okay?
We've got SEAL teams in there.
How's that agency selling?
Good.
I bet that's a consistent win.
Yeah. So
Nice,
there's the Spec Elite in black.
Yes. So if the guy has creds, you'll sell it to him right here.
Yes.
Okay. Just so you, according to Washington state law.
Yep. Washington state law is
Yeah.
law enforcement, public safety only
Yeah.
are allowed to carry.
It is a ridiculous law, isn't it?
It is stupid.
I mean, you have an assisted opening knife versus an auto
Oh, it's
knife.
ridiculous.
Or even
It's
a really
ridiculous.
balanced manual action.
So we
It's
have
so insane.
So this one's the auto, this one's the assist. So I'll do the auto and then
There's no difference.
no difference.
No difference.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Hey, since we're here, you know how I sometimes hit you up for special deals for my audience and stuff?
I don't know that about that.
Come on now. Let's say a guy shows up here in the store and they've watched this video. Can you do like a discount code for these knives, limited time?
Oh, he's the guy for that.
Nando on this.
That's all Chris.
We'll work something out and you can put it into
Okay, I'll annotate it at this point right here.
Yep.
Whatever he worked out.
whatever we work out.
And the duration, move fast.
We'll do it through the end of October.
Okay, end of October, if you watch this video,
2 months.
you want to just say they have to come in person in
Have
store?
to be in store in person.
There you go. That sounds like a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, SOG, for that and all the awesome
Yeah.
blades, of course. Quick flyby on this. Multi-tools. I don't know if we ever talked much about your multi-tools on camera, and I know there's a lot of fans on them.
Yeah.
The SOG multi-tools. Anything you want to say? Tell the world? Sell it? Tell why it's so awesome compared to everybody else's?
The big reason they're so much better than everybody else's is these gears, and what the gears do is kind of lock the handles together. But more importantly, they have the 3 pivot points on each handle, so it's like a lever action. So when you're moving the tool, you get twice the gripping and cutting power here of a conventional design. Conventional design is the arm is directly connected to the plier jaw. So this arm on a conventional design directly connected. This one, you can see as I move this moves twice as far as this does. So you get a lever compounding action. We call it compound leverage.
Increased leverage on it, yeah.
Yep. Do you have a quarter on you? Anybody have a quarter?
Let's see, I might.
Would be 76.
I know this. I got a knife
I
on
have
me.
a quarter. I got a knife
More
and
knife.
a quarter.
Oh,
So
dude, here we go.
US
I got a
quarter.
key knife and a quarter.
So I'll just put it in the plier
Check
right
this
there.
out.
One hand.
Look at that. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
And I'm not Lou Ferrigno here or anything. So
Well,
$23.
you're wiry.
yes, I am.
I'm not wiring.
Look at that, dude. All right, that's pretty cool. So I asked a question, you answered, and
Yep.
we have superior leverage compared
Yep.
to any other MT.
And the
out
other
there.
nice thing is
35.
Pops out real fast.
one hand opening, one
Yeah.
hand closing.
You have military contracts for that multi-tool, do
Yes,
you not? In
yes.
various forms.
The black ones.
NSN numbers.
Yep, there's NSN numbers are listed on our website.
I know that because my military unit had it. All my boom operators carried SOGs,
yeah.
and they loved them.
You want a bag, right?
Nice multi-tool. I
Nice.
need to give you some more reviews on them, actually. Give them some love.
Yeah.
Quick flyby on the fixed blades from the top. Oh, dude, I'm so glad you're still making these.
Yeah.
Field Pup Large, or Field Pup 2, I should say. Seal knife, Tiger Shark,
I can't use the
SOG
soda
Force. Hey, that SOG Force did good up there. You saw the vid,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That's
We
my favorite.
wailed
knife.
on it. Is that your favorite? Your
That's my favorite fixed blade that we have. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a nice durable knife. I know I can beat the crap out of it and not have to worry about it.
It's good size too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nando, you can talk too if you ever
not
want
as-
to jump in here. Jump on in.
What do you want?
I was gonna say it's a good
locked.
size, but it's no SOG Super Bowl.
Oh, check that out. We need to get that out and show these guys. And they've seen it before, but that's just such a beautiful knife. To me, that's mostly a collectible. You know, guys just like it. It's cool. It's got the beautiful, well-finished stacked leather handle.
It's a little much for filleting
Can't
the
get it
trout.
out. It's locked.
Oh, it's locked. They locked you
No,
out
I
again?
locked
Because
me
you've
out.
been pilfering.
I've been, carrying my one knife.
Hey, a knife I'm going to review for y'all real soon. Promises. The SOG Aura. Are you discontinuing it?
No, not yet.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Because that is a great camp knife. It's made out of HCR 13.
Yep.
It has a hollow handle. I wasn't able to break it.
Yep.
You know, I didn't like put it through massive abuse. It was just some batoning and camp preparation, kindling stuff, but it did good.
Good.
And I love the blade shape, and it's super, super light.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing about it. And I think I made a custom Kydex sheath from it, from Red Hill Kydex, and it's insane.
Okay. Nice.
Be a good troop knife.
Yeah.
All arounder. I love this one, by the way, too. Flash Rescue
Yep.
in orange.
And orange. Your favorite color.
I love orange, man. Love it, love it, love it.
Should we go in the back?
Yeah, I'm following you.
All right.
I'm gonna let you guys heading back for a bit.
See ya. High five.
All right.
Air five. Go clip some knives to those pockets. Just saying. Chris has been our host for SOG Knives for some time now. You're in charge of all their social media too, aren't you?
Yep.
You run the Facebook page on SOG?
I help with that. We've got a guy that does it. Well, this is kind of cool here.
This where you take a shower, Chris?
Yes. There's tumbling and multi-tool parts.
Oh, look at that.
You get those.
Yeah.
Scissor blades.
Excellent. So how do they arrive? Kind of in their rough form?
Yeah.
And
Rough stamp for, then they just tumble and polish them.
So here, what are we doing? Mostly assembling in
Mostly
this
assembling,
facility?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it looks like we just missed it. They're going on break right now.
Oh,
We can go back and look.
that's okay. Guys don't care if they see it or not. What's this right here? Signed by who?
I don't remember which battalion, but we.
Why does it says Chris sucks on it? Just kidding. Just kidding. This is the assembly area.
Assembly area. Yeah.
This is where they don't cut themselves.
Right.
Check
So we're
that
building
out.
tridents here.
Oh, I love that knife, the Trident.
Yep. So you can see all the internals here, all the little parts, little springs. This is why we don't recommend people take them apart and put them back together themselves.
Oh, I'm so with you on that. I've
Yeah.
done it, and it is a pain in
It's
the
a
butt.
pain in the ass. I can't even do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it for this when we coated this Flash 1.
Yeah.
And it's tricky getting it back
It is,
together.
it is.
And they have all the special tools and more importantly the practice to do it. Because
Practice,
they do
yes.
it day in, day out.
Yep.
It's funny that there's no machine doing this. It's all hand.
It's all hand done. They're all hand checked when they open and close them several times when they're done. They check the strength of the springs, make sure they open right.
They adjust
all
the
that.
pivot point. Are they
Pivot, yeah.
Loctiting the pivot point?
Yep, there's a little Loctite that goes on the
nhất với một
on the
vài trăm.
pivot screws. Where's that?
Oh, so good, very good, thank you.
You know what she just said? It's that nutnfancy asshole again, causing problems in the factory. I can't wait till he leaves.
Yeah.
I speak Mandarin, dude. She doesn't know that. What?
Yeah, so there's we're missing the pivot screw there.
Yeah.
The top pivot screw.
What
So
a great knife that is.
so that guy, they put a little Loctite on there.
Excellent. So any changes to the Trident line coming up?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Not that I can talk about.
Ooh. Stay tuned then, in other words.
Yep.
All right. I like that.
multi-tools
Little
over here.
insight to what's coming up.
Got final assembly multi-tools going on here.
Yep. And these are all your raw parts, I take it.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yeah.
what's the origin on all these?
These come from various places, a lot of Taiwan and U.S. sourcing.
Okay.
And we do the final assembly here, which is we were just showing.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, there's your multi-tool knife blades, partially serrated. Then you've got a little sheep's foot fully serrated one here.
That's a big tour. Hope you liked it.
If we're
It's
good,
probably better they were on break.
yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been pissed at us.
Yeah,
dude.
and then if we can grab one of the engineer guys in a little bit, we'll have to cut to do this, but we can set up the Instron machine and break a knife or two.
Oh, that would be cool.
You wanna see
do
that?
you do that to test it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use that as an intro or something.
All right, let's go see it.
Yeah. You got stuff all over your back. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Hook you up. Hook up a brother. It's just dust or something.
Dust. All right.
Probably on the boxes. The boxing. Well, we just spent a very interesting time
Very
with
interesting.
founder of SOG Knives,
Yes.
Spencer.
Yes.
We don't have time for much more.
Bye.
That's it, right, Chris?
Yep.
That's all we're going to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Cheers.
We've shown you a lot of knives in previous videos with SOG. Go to their website.
You're still here?
Great website. There's Nando coming back into the mix.
We're kicking them out.
Just in
good.
time for the video's ending. So many great blades. I mean, you know my enthusiasm for them. they're just classic, wonderful designs they put together, and more are on the way.
Yep.
So I
More
wish
on the
you
way.
all the best of luck.
Thanks. You too.
You have a lot of fans of the Nut and Fancy project for all things SOG. Rock on.
Thanks.
See ya.
See ya.